What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to more For Honor footage. And if you have not been able to tell already, what you're seeing in the background is not live action gameplay. It is all pre-recorded footage, which is definitely something very, very different from my channel. As you guys know, all I really do is live action gameplay. So I'm hoping that this can be something I may do from time to time on the channel. If you haven't been able to pick up from the title of the video, this is going to be a discussion video where I'm expressing my thoughts on a particular subject. In particular, we are talking about For Honor today and my thoughts on why I still play this game, why I've put so much time into a game that is quote-unquote dead lull. So before we get into really like why I still play this game, I want to talk about possibly everyone's favorite subject on this game, why it's so bad. If you look anywhere around the internet, all you see is For Honor this, For Honor screwed this up, the tournament's broken, Unlock Tech ruins tournament, all this garbage. And everyone falls into this trap, whether it's game news agencies or even just the small-time YouTuber trying to find something to post on his channel and just has to talk about the broken balances in this game. And yes, I'm going to get to that shortly, and I'm going to join that squad of ranting and raving YouTubers. But I want the main objective of this video to be talking about why I still put time into this game and what good is there in this game. So to start off, why is this game quote unquote bad? What killed For Honor? If you guys remember back to the launch of the game, we had betas, we had alphas, we had all that good stuff, and the game was looking super promising. Everyone was so excited for this game. It was really doing something very different, something that, I mean, in a sense, we really hadn't seen before. We had games like Dark Souls, where there's all sorts of different combat mechanics. We had games like Chivalry, which, in my opinion, is the closest comparison as far as having a medieval type-ish game. But nothing quite like For Honor had really ever been done. We had all the different combat stances. It was like a medieval game and a fighter game had a baby, and it was absolutely beautiful. Again, game looked great coming up to launch, but when the game finally launched and the servers went live, unfortunately, if you guys all remember, this game was just plagued with issues. Namely, and this is, in my opinion, the real thing that killed the game, the connectivity was just awful. That, in my opinion, is the main thing that killed this game. Sure, you had issues with balancing and people getting ragey at the game. When you can't even get into a match to experience how broken the game is, it really defeats the purpose of having it in the first place, don't you think? And I know for me, I experienced this from time to time. I had green nap type, never had issues with connection. I even went to my whole network manager and made sure everything was turned off and that For Honor had like quote unquote high priority in the game. I guess my network connections. And I even found that from time to time I would get disconnected from the game for absolutely no reason other than failed to migrate session or just random garbage. And it was really disheartening when I would waste probably 10, or even if I'd be in a game, especially when the game was almost over and it just decided to take a poop on me, waste tons of time to get absolutely nowhere in this game. It really was discouraging. So obviously I think there was issues with the game's connectivity. That was the big problem that we experienced. But further than that, we had the balancing of the game. In a way tied into this, I think the devs really were what screwed this game over in a large sense. The game had issues with balancing, had issues with connectivity, but what really kind of sold people on this idea that the game was bad was that the devs were just so silent about just everything. There were balance issues with the game, connectivity issues with the game, and the devs never said a word, never tried to address the issue, didn't come out with patches, and we were just left here to kind of fend for ourselves and wonder what the heck's going on. If you guys remember to the first days of the game, some person came out with numbers for if you tried to buy everything in the game with in-game money, I think the grand total that it would cost would be like $700, which was absolutely crazy. And the devs came out and said that they thought that this was just fine. And this was just, I mean, one of the many things that really got people against the devs. Not taking care of balancing, not even like little patches, not saying a word about the connectivity or that they were going to try and fix it. Really just gave people, when they can't even play the game and then the devs don't say anything about fixing it, when there's no hope of getting the game fixed, it really just gives you no reason to hope for the game at all. I think after a while, the devs did realize their mistake, and we saw this with future seasons. Some of the heroes that came out with trying to fix the defensive meta, they did eventually fix a lot of the connectivity issues, but they just took so long in doing so that most people at that point had just given up on the game. Me included. I came back after a while because I saw the game was making a turnaround, but for a while I just gave up faith on the game. So after all of that, you're probably wondering why I still play this game at all. And the answer really is just, I still have faith. As I mentioned earlier in the video, we haven't really experienced a game like this with so much potential, and I fully stand by that statement. A lot of people will try and disagree with me, but I think this game had an awful lot of potential, whether it's having a 6 single-player campaign, having a better balanced fighting system, whatever it is. I think this game had and still has a ton of potential. Not to mention, I think the grind of this game, as tedious as some people might think it is, I think it's extremely satisfying. There's a lot of people out there who will spend hours and hours trying to grind a character to max reputation, which personally I don't get how people can do that. That's part of the thing that I will never really get into. What I do, I just get a character up to reputation 7, because that's kind of where you get access to the best armor, the cooling looking armor. And past that point, I love how many characters there are and the different variety that we have in this game. Getting to experience all that and try all sorts of different things. Getting as many characters up to rep 7 as I can. That's what gets me going for this game. And I know early on the devs made a comparison that it's kind of like having a action figure. And in a way, I kind of agree. I think that getting to have all these action figures and you get to make them look as cool as possible, part of that is what keeps me in this game. And I know at launch, and what took away from much of the player base was all the issues I mentioned earlier. But recently, if you haven't played this game, a lot of those issues have already been fixed. A lot of them are still in the game. There's still cheeses that almost every character can unlock. But for the most part, I would definitely say that this game has been, as a whole, fixed. The biggest issue that I see with the game now, the only real issue that you constantly have to deal with, is people's negativity in the game, the absolute awful community that we have, quite frankly. And I think the greatest way to fix this is what I do. I just set my game to be team chat only. I don't even engage in any of the negativity anymore. And previous to this, it was so easy. I mean, you're sitting there in a match and someone does something really stupid, and it's so easy just to like throw out a quick negative comment. 5 minutes later, you're engaged in this stupid argument with someone, and you look back and think, wow, I am such an idiot. Like, really, I got into a fight over that? And for anyone who's thinking about picking up this game, I just say, when you get into the game, turn off chat access to everyone. Just be in team chat or group chat, whatever your fancy is. Don't even engage in the full chat if that's what it takes to keep your sanity in this game. If someone cheeses you, don't be afraid to go and cheese them back. The whole idea of this game is to have fun. And if that's what it takes, play a little bit of cheese, go ahead and do that. And one more thing to top it all off. As dead as people think this game is, with some of the updates that the devs are coming out with the game, such as we're finally getting dedicated servers, there just looks like there's a lot of potential for the game to have a season, or a year or two, pardon me. I know a lot of people think that this game is dead, lol, but I honestly think that, and this would be, it would take a miracle to make this happen, but we could indeed have a Rainbow Siege 6 situation where the game makes a crazy turnaround and it lives up to the expectation and the greatness that we all know this game has the potential for. I think that there will be a Season 2, and if they do indeed do a Season 2, they'll do it right. I don't think Ubisoft is going to put money into a Season 2 or a Year 2 for this game if they can't make it actually work. We obviously have a full year of additional content that's come out since the game launched, and for the most part, the content that they've come out with has been pretty on point, and I think this game does have a future. Whether it does or not, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I for one will be sitting here in my seat hoping with anticipation that they do bring this game full circle, make it work, and continue to update it to the potential that we know and expect from For Honor. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude for this video. Again, it's just something super different for me. I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I actually haven't gotten around to it. Finally decided that, you know, if YouTube's ever going to work for me, I need to put the pedal to the metal and actually get some shit done. So here it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to talk about this game, you know how much I love this, and I would love to talk to you guys in the comments below or all over Discord about this game. If you guys play this game, hit me up in the comments down below, and I'll send you my Discord, and we'll go grind a little bit, and it'll be a good time. Again, talk to me about this game in the comments down below. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude it for this video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date with all things For Honor. I know I'm not going to be able to post updates for every little piece of For Honor information that comes out, but the more of you guys that subscribe and tune into this channel, the more content I'll be able to create. So really, if you guys want more content from me, it's up to you to subscribe, like, tell your friends about it, get the word out there. If this channel continues to grow, then I'll continue to make content for you guys. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have yourselves a fantastic day. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.